Hi there, my name is Harriet, and welcome back to the Faceless Podcast. Today we have a very special guest, a very open-minded, focused, and confident queen. She'll introduce herself and tell you what she does, then we can dive right away.
Hey, nimeita open-minded nikajua hapa it's not good. But my name is Felisa Sokoko. A sexual and reproductive health rights advocate. I'm also a feminist climate justice advocate. So if you can tell, a very staunch feminist, a very bold feminist, and not a little bit, pretty radical. So today we are here with Harriet. I'm excited. I inspire her.
You say?
I inspire her. She looks up to me in so many ways.
I look sideways to her.
She looks up to me in so many
Why
ways.
is she forcing?
I am honored to be
my role model.
To be her role model
In your dreams, Banda. Yeah. There are a lot of people in okay, anyway, but in some ways, in like one sector, I look up to you.
Ouch.
In like one sector, but that one sector is like several subsectors, so in a lot of ways. I'm
In the sector of life, and then the mind.
manipulate. Anyways,
Your toxic boyfriend.
on today's episode, we are going to discuss, or rather, we are going to like talk about age-appropriate sex education, and we are hoping that this will help to create awareness on some of the things that are happening with our young ones, and even like us as the youths and everything, and just shed some light on how we can prevent, we can't really prevent, but how we can minimize incidences of kids being sexually abused in our families, in the society and everything, and also on how we can teach our kids to equip them with the knowledge that they need to have, so that they can know what is appropriate, what is not appropriate, and how we can also like create a safe environment for the kids to like talk about these things with us, open up to us, and know what to do and know what not to do, even like out of curiosity, because everybody is curious. So yeah, we are going to start, and I know that this is going to be an exciting episode because we have Felly, who is an expert when it comes to sex.
What? But yes, expert. If you need sexual therapy,
For men or for women?
both. I'm your guy. Oh, I teach. You're not engaging. I
Do you
just
offer
teach.
practicals?
No. Theory.
Yeah, sure.
Practicals you try for yourself. Theory, I'm your guy.
You come to me. Now, what do you think? In what ways do you think that early exposure to sex affects individuals in the long term?
Sometimes when we talk about kids and sex, people say that people are taught about sex from as early as class 6, but there is a difference between theoretically talking about sex and actually experiencing, like having sex for the first time, or like just the experience of having sex is very different from the theoretical knowledge that someone could have of it. Now, it's not even depending on whatever exposure you get, but having sex at an early age could lead to stuff like addiction, sexual addiction, for one.
When you're older?
Assault, not even when you're older.
When you're younger?
As young as... Yeah. Okay. In different areas I think different areas have different environments and how people grow. But from my place, from rural areas where I used to live for part of my life, for most of my life actually, I've been in town for just a few years.
Ni shule ilikuleta Nairobi?
Ni shule ilituleta Nairobi.
Ile tu.
Why I read?
It's okay. Yes.
So for those of us who have grown up in rural areas, especially those who went to day school, we know that people are exposed to sex from as early as 7, 8 years old, and that is exposure to pornography. After being exposed to pornography, most of the time you find that family members do assault children. Into once they start being assaulted by children, they start getting addicted to sex, and now they go explore with peers as well. So addiction is something that could come in really quickly. The second thing could be pregnancies, and
Yeah.
pregnancies could automatically lead to getting married young, dropping out of school,
In poverty.
and poverty,
Poverty.
and also diseases. But now that could be close to immediate. Now, beyond immediate, there is now growing up, you get to around 20, and now the things you're supposed to be exploring in your 20s, you already
Yeah.
explored at 8, 10. You already explored at 8, 10. By the time unafika 15, you've already umejua mastingo zote. Now sex becomes plain, relationships become
Oh, so it
pointless.
affects your relationship.
Yeah, it even affects, like,
Because by the truth be told, like emotional something in sex is like a huge part of a relationship.
so if you start having those emotional needs from as young as 8, by the time ukwe heartbroken at 8, you've bonded with someone sexually, you'll be heartbroken at 8, you've bonded with someone sexually, you'll be heartbroken at 10, at 12, at 15. By the time unafika 20, uko na experiences za 40-year-old. So also bland relationships. A lot of people don't get to go to school, which leads to circles of poverty.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get to even have a choice on who to marry because you got pregnant, your
Yeah.
parents disowned you.
Especially in the rural areas, yeah.
Yeah. But for me, I think that the effects compound over time, and it's really, really bad when it is assault as well. Okay, it's not even when it is, because having sex with an under 18 is defilement.
Yeah, by
Having
the
sex
way.
with under 18 is defilement under any circumstances. So
Yeah, because like they're not in the right mental capacity
yes.
to like reason and like decide for themselves. And like there's one point that you mentioned of like kids getting assaulted or rather defined by even like relative. This is something that is happening within the community, and it's so sad because you find that especially in the rural areas when like these things happen, the family or the community members like tend to like cover it. I don't know, is it because of shame?
Okay.
As in, what do they cover it? Like, like that dude, that father is like doing this to the child or doing this to the what, or somebody's being defiled by the uncle, but they try to like cover it up and they like don't take the necessary steps to like separate these people and they like bring like, and that's something in an Igbo, like I feel like there's like some very bad words and everything. I'm just like, it's so wrong. It's so wrong, by the way.
I was talking to a friend. I was telling them, at least 1 in 4 women, 1 in 3, 1 in 4 women have been sexually assaulted. But there's no man who has assaulted these women.
Yeah.
Like when you ask, like literally every man around you is a saint.
Yeah.
But people are still getting assaulted.
Yeah, like who is doing it?
Day. People are still getting assaulted like every single day.
And also,
it's hard to get, like, the number of people who are assaulted by total strangers is very low.
Yeah.
Most assault cases are either family
and people within your circle and the people that you know.
Your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your lover, your husband. Like most of the assault comes
from within the people that you know,
compared to strangers. But then people are still gonna ask, where were you? What were you?
Yeah,
like, oh my god, the youngest child to be assaulted was around 2 months, and you're like
2 weeks. I saw something like in Usikimie.
You are like 2 weeks. How do you even?
Men. It's not just men, because I also understand that even like male children are also like being defiled and all that. So, but still, it's mostly it's higher.
It's hard to get a male, a small baby who is male being assaulted by a woman. But it's easy to get a small baby who is female being assaulted by a man.
But even nowadays, men even defile the men.
Yeah, even a baby that is male being assaulted by a male.
So. Yeah, is so high according to statistics. Sisi tumefanya like hiyo nini.
And even logically. Okay, it's not logical, but I think that's an quotes.
Do you think you can rape a man? Like you as an individual? And I hope I'm not like I'm just asking. Do you think you can rape a man?
I think as a person,
can you?
If it's like a choice, I wouldn't. But is it possible for someone like me to rape a man? Yes.
You can.
Is it possible for someone like me to rape a man?
Yeah.
Yes, but is it possible for me to rape a man?
You wouldn't do that. Don't rape anyone. Don't defile it. Don't assault anyone sexually. Don't defile anyone. Yes. Like, choose to be better. Let us make the society a better place for us to like thrive in. And now back to my point. I think I was even like steering away from it. We are mentioning that the people that we the people that are assaulting like these kids and assaulting like the people that we've heard they've been assaulted are like the people that we know who are around us. And this now brings me to the question, in what ways do you think like kids get exposed to like sex early? In what ways, and how can we mitigate?
Sensuality starts from a very young age, and I came to realize that from as young as 2 years.
Yeah, hey,
Not even 2 years, from as young as
1 year.
1 year, 6 months, 1 year, children are already sensual. But now
Yeah,
sensuality,
actually,
it's not always sexual.
I don't know. This is I don't know if it is funny or something, but there's a friend of mine who has a kid. Is this wrong to say?
No.
That like while she was washing the kid, who is a guy, who is a man, I mean,
A boy.
who is male. Then he's like 1 year in some months. Then the kid was playing with the penis and he was kind of erect or something, and she was like very embarrassed and she didn't even like know what to do. So I feel like it starts like even maybe unknowingly. I don't even know if it is curiosity.
It's not even curiosity. It just feels good. Like
Really, you're like 1 year,
like
or maybe
even
like
playing with the anathes at 3 years. It happens. Like sensuality starts that early. Children playing with the anathes, like that is for real, by the way. Mtoto wa 3 years 4 years akikuletea mkono unuse amekuwa akiweka kwa matako, don't nusa. Yeah. And then at around 5 years, at around 5, 6, 7, especially for girls, the body, the clit start feeling good.
Really?
Mtoto anaoga na unashangaa mtoto atoki kwa bafu.
I didn't know that when I was 7. I was stupid, I think.
Wewe pia ulikuwa kaa kwa bafu?
No, I wasn't kaa kwa bafu. Sikuwa nakaa kwa bafu, but like I didn't know. So like but still I'm learning for when I have a daughter.
The breast starts growing and now all this starts feeling good.
Like,
so I think what happens is if they don't understand what's going on, and someone, let's say now a child who's 2 years and is already getting erect and feeling nice, like touching touching that part, and now me I come and help them touch it.
Oh yeah, you're assaulting them.
And now me I come and help them touch it. Even if okay, I'm defiling them for one, but even if it's not sexual yet, it's easy to tempt this child to whatever I want sexually. I can easily tell them that, let me show you something that would feel better.
Yeah, and that is, I don't know the word for it. It's called what?
Building that.
Is it called? It's not breeding. There's a word for it.
Oh, it's not breeding. Oh my god.
There's a word though. There's a word though. Like grooming. Yeah.
So
breeding.
I could easily groom that child, especially if it's a boy. The grooming would be more needy for a boy, but now for a girl, it could easily lead to assault from a very young age, because now if the clit starts becoming sensitive, the breast starts becoming sensitive, and then uncle yako anakuosha, anacheza nayo kidogo, like it's
uncles.
I'm not just saying uncles. I'm not saying all uncles usually.
But yeah, I'm just saying.
I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
But it's easy for that to be like touching the breast and then moving down, because you don't understand what your body is feeling. You don't understand why is it changing all of a sudden. Why is it that when I look at this guy now I start feeling some type of way, which brings up the importance of education. Children need to understand that now that you're growing up, at this point in time. At this point in time, you should expect this. And this is how you should react to it. But if you don't tell them, the curiosity could take them away. Like, okay, if he touches me, that it feels this way. What if, like, now he wants to maybe insert a finger? You are like, okay, what would that feel like? You get. You're not really consenting to it, but you're curious.
You're actually kind of making me feel
cringe.
Paranoid about like being a parent and everything. I'm just like...
It's a very wild, it's a very crazy world, but it's things that happen. We do not want to talk about them, which is a very big problem.
And that is like what is making it like ENA. Because you're not talking about them, you're not creating awareness, you're not looking into ways of preventing. And then and now again, like
telling our daughters, like,
I know,
our sons, that this we're not teaching our sons to respect changes and respect women. We're not teaching our daughters to understand their bodies. And just you don't have to say that, oh, go do this, go do that, but just tell them that, you know, now that you're growing, if you touch this way, you're gonna feel a little bit tingly, you're gonna feel a little bit of pleasure.
And like nobody should touch this,
don't let someone do that to you.
Like nobody should touch your nini. Like I saw this thing like Ambarei, like anafunza like the daughter Africana, like anambia like hakuna mtu anafaa kuguza bamba, mna vitu kama hizo, and she's like 2. So I feel like maybe starting while early and everything. Do you feel like that is like something that is like better in a way?
As they grow up, you tell them, okay, nobody's supposed to touch Bam Bam because
Oh
this
yeah,
and
so you
this and
start with
this.
nobody
Now,
should touch this, then when
yeah,
they
now
grow,
you
yeah.
ensure like you ensure that, because children are going to ask questions by the time anafika 5
Gen
atakuwa
Alpha,
zile za
yeah.
mbona mtu asishike bambam, na
Yeah.
akishika bambam ina feel vizuri.
How do you know it feels good?
See, they, kwani who told you that kids don't touch themselves?
Then I'm just like, I'll be like, how do you know?
Let me tell
I'd
you.
cry.
Let me tell
Minezalia.
you. In 2023, I was staying with someone with a kid.
Yeah,
And yani at sometimes unashangaa watoto wote wa ploti wameenda wapi?
I know.
Unashangaa watoto wote wa ploti wameenda wapi? Sema siku moja watoto kupatikana nyumba ya nyumba wakionyeshana nini?
Guy. Oh yeah. I feel like even like mostly like male children, they do that. They
That was
like
female.
they are female. Oh,
Showing
okay.
and touching.
I'm biased. I'm sorry.
Showing and touching. So children also touch themselves. So they'll be like, mbona nisiguze bambam?
Oh yeah.
Na nikiguza ama nani akiguza.
Yeah.
Now you continue advancing the information.
So I feel like again now one other issue that is like exposing them to this is out of curiosity, peers, family members, and like basically everywhere, like anybody can like expose them from also the things that they watch on social media and everything. Also like the pornographic materials, if they may have access to it. Yeah.
Singetununulia bia tuweke hapa.
I don't drink. Why should I? Okay, I could have bought like something else. Next time I'm going to like, let me note that down. So that next time you're here, I'll have some beer for you. But bado sina budget ya vitu kama hizo. So do you think like there are signs? Do you think like kuna kwanga na signs? Like are there signs that you can see that, oh, my child has been exposed to this? Unadhani kuna kwanga na signs?
I think there's signs when a child has been assaulted or defiled. You get they could be more reserved, talk less, more reserved, or it could go either way. Either one could be more reserved, talk less. You could see them sad, anxious, fearful, jumpy, like on the edge.
Wanaka suspicious, eh?
Yeah, and then it could also go a different way where the sex brings out a rebellious side of them.
Oh, they start rebelling. Yeah, I had that phrase. Wanasemanga tu wasichana when they start having sex, sana our high school, like they become like rebellious,
they start
especially towards their mothers. Yeah,
they start asserting independence.
I'm not a big girl.
We have grown now.
I'm not a big boy.
I know whatever you know.
I know what you did to make me come here.
I know what you do. I know what you know. So it could go either way, but mostly with assault, they usually say that assault can either have two effects. One is you become hypersexual or hyposexual. Hypersexual are people who go ahead and now have more sex after assault. Hyposexual are people who refrain, like touch scares them and stuff like that. So it could go either way now, depending on how it goes for.
And how you know your child, just look for like certain like deviations from like the normal behavioral change, so that you can help them. And now this now bring us to like, I think like the final part of like this conversation, like how you like this topic. You like this topic, so I feel like you're very passionate about it. So like I feel like I want to like ask you, like how can we create like a safe space where these kids can come to us, like look into the camera and talk to the parents, like how can we create a safe space where the kids can come to us and speak to us about the things that are going on, if they have been assaulted, if they have been defiled, if so and so like told them something or anything.
I think build a relationship with your child. Build a relationship with your child. Like start talking to your child as early as possible. Ask them about their boyfriend. Mtoto wako saizi watoto wanaanza kuwa na boyfriend hata PP1.
Yeah.
Ask them, what do you do? Mtu anafanyanga nini na boyfriend?
Like, and that's nicely. Like, don't be unafanyanga.
Just have a conversation with your child. Akikwambia ati mom, unajua nani ako na boyfriend? Unamuuliza ako na boyfriend. Wewe uko na boyfriend? Eti hapana. Na mtu anafanyanga nini na boyfriend? Children like Innocent. Atakwambia wanashikananga mkono ama wana hug. As they grow up utapata anakwambia mtu ana kissing boyfriend. Like have
it is because they see it like kwa TV kwa melon and everything. Because like naonanga like I saw something on TikTok that even like these things are like watoto siji Peppa Pig ameshika mimba amezaa siji amefanya nini, like there are some to sexual sneaky parts
so
in those things that they watch.
And know where your child's head is. Know where your child's head, kichwa mtoto wako iko wapi at one point. And now coming from whatever your child tells you, akikwambia mtu akiwa na boyfriend, wana kiss, you start talking to them about the implications of being intimate with someone in that way. If akikwambia eti mtu akiwa na boyfriend wanashikana like they touch, you tell them what could that lead to, because as they grow up, sensuality, mwili ni mwili, it doesn't care whether it's 9, because the youngest person to ever give birth was 9 years old. So it doesn't but in Kenya it's 10 years old, so it's
okay,
not
so it's not that
big a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
As long as somebody is touching your body, your body from as early as 9, it is ready for sex. From as early as 9,
it's kind of ready, but you shouldn't start there. So just to be clear,
it's ready for sex.
Biologically ready, but you're not mentally and physically ready.
So like, get to know. Tell your child that this is an appropriate touch, this is not an appropriate touch. Now, depending on whatever information they're giving you at certain times, just ensure that your child can be able to tell you that, I even if not I have a boyfriend, but somebody else has a boyfriend and this is what they do. Somebody else has a girlfriend and this is what they do. And let them even be able to tell you, I want to check my girlfriend out, I want to go out with my boyfriend. Like, just ensure there's that safe space kind of. And if it's a boy, like, tell them, akikwambia kuna girlfriend, acha mnunuliange chocolate once in a while,
never. Okay, I don't know, maybe I'll come back to this video in like a few years, 5 years or so before, to say if I can do that.
Now, imagine if your man was taught how to treat a woman right from a young age, angekuwa na to treat her just like.
Still I will be jealous, like,
my sister has a friend whose son, even breaking up, he takes like the girl out
to break up with her.
Like, is that gentlemanly? And I'm like, at least wewe kazi tu ni kudampiwa na message.
As in, let's keep there. Let's keep it as a message. That was it, a message. Just ghost me or something.
Out. But yes, create space for conversation, and let the conversation advance as your child grows. Whatever your child is curious about, whatever your child wants to talk about, talk about it in a way that is relational to them. You don't need to talk about protection with your child before you talk about appropriate actions or appropriate touch, appropriate like intimacy and how intimacy does stuff. And as they grow up, just understand that at one point you're going to have that conversation. And that conversation doesn't have to be just about protection. That conversation can be about everything else, because sex isn't just about diseases and pregnancies. It is way more than that. And don't forget that a lot of harassment is happening around. A lot of harassment is happening in the family. A lot of harassment is happening in the neighborhood. Ensure that your
don't
child
keep quiet about it as well.
What harassment is, what is appropriate, what is not appropriate, and they can be able to talk to you about it.
And also, like, from what you say, like, this defilement and assault is happening from the people that we know, and even in our families. Like, I feel like this is to families when you wanna do, like, they have like predators in the family, but they're covering up for them. First of all, hizo zote, shame on you. And I wish you what? I don't wish them well. What is like something that is worse than well? I wish you hell. You understand? I don't understand how mukona predator, whatever. Is it pedophiles in your family, but you guys are covering for these people and not taking like the appropriate action to like alienate the kids from this person, and even like going to the extent of praying for these people. Yani, it's so sad. Ati ni shetani, like
intermission,
exactly. And like this is something that is happening like over. You're failing your child, you're failing your sister, you're failing your daughter, you're failing your brother. I feel like when these things happen, please take the necessary action to ensure that these victims are alienated and are given like the help that they need, like post the assault, post the defilement, and that the person who did that thing, the appropriate action has been taken. And again, because like imagine like hakuna watu wanaruka from mbinguni kutudefile huku chini, like ni wenye tuko nao hapa. It is our brothers, it's our sisters, it is our family, it is somebody's uncle, it is somebody's son, it is somebody's daughter. Am I getting overly leaning about this?
You have every right to. You have every
right I feel like there is like something in inaudhi by the way.
Let us also understand.
Let us try to minimize the chances of this occurring.
Not all men are good men, even though all men will tell you, I'm a good guy. Oh, it's me.
Feminist mwenyewe. Even not all women,
and
not even all women. Okay, not everybody is a good person.
Not everybody is a good person, but
Yeah.
everybody tends to believe they're a good person.
Yeah.
But if you know that you are, I don't know, I'm not asking you to go around telling people I'm a rapist, but don't claim to be a good person if you know very well that you are a
And don't claim that you're
pedophile.
possessed. You're not.
And I can't stop myself.
Yeah, you're not. Ni upungufu wa akili, honestly.
And I can't stop myself. Oh my god, when I see, but it's crazy. Okay, before we end the episode, I have a question. I was watching The Good Doctor, the episode about the guy who was taking pills to like reduce the size of his penis or to something like that, and then the doctors were like, these are pills that are usually taken by pedophiles, but this man was sexually attracted to the sister's kids, but trying not to defile the sister's kids.
Yes.
So she tried to cut off
the size. Oh.
No, to literally
cut it off.
To literally cut it
off
so that he cannot act on the urge, and he failed. So he was taken to hospital, and he was telling the doctors to cut it off, but the doctors couldn't cut it off.
Actually, I'm kind of proud of him. Ilianza vibaya, but I'm like, you mean you cut your dick so that you don't do this? I'm proud of you, kinda.
So the doctors refused to cut it off because they are not allowed to remove a part of the body that can be saved. A part of the body that
angekuja kwangu ningekata.
So they fixed him, and that guy went ahead and committed suicide because he was like, I do not want to. He can't stop thinking about it, and he did not want to.
Moral of the story, kama wewe ni pedophile, kata your dick ama commit suicide. Tutakuzika. Like that is basically the moral of the story. If you can't, like hata kundaje umeenda sana, cut your dick ama commit suicide. Kama ni dem, what you should do? Cut your fingers.
Hey, but oh my god. Okay.
I don't know if it is a woman who is like defiling like a male child, because they want to mend like what the part of a male defiling like females or defiling like males. But now if it is a female doing this, what should she do?
Tupeleke kwa nini?
I think it's the fingers though. Maybe the fingers and the mouth or something. Like whatever, cut whatever you can cut or commit suicide.
And Shona, whatever you can, Shona.
Like do what you can do or die. Like let's make the society a better place. Don't what?
Don't defile someone. Oh my god, there's so many people who can satisfy you, and I'm pretty sure an adult can do better than a child. Always.
Yeah. I hate to agree, but yes, I have to agree.
Not defile an adult, ask.
And actually, that is now our next topic on consent. You have to ask. So, bye. See you in the next episode where we shall still be having our sex expert in the house to take us through that. Yeah, expert, she reads. That is one thing that should be kwa CV yake. But anyway,
to my CV, because even when I tell people that I do sexual and reproductive health, they usually she's a sex advocate, and I'm like,
it's a good thing though, because I like how open you are about talking about this and educating people on the things that they should do and the whatnot. So that is one of the things that I actually look up to you about.
Yeah, my friends get better at talking about sex and issues related to sex. Let's talk about it. Let's debunk it. Let's remove the stigma around it. It gets better when you know what you're doing.
Let us let us protect our we can have a session on that. Let us protect our kids. Let us do everything to ensure that they don't get into such situations, because some of them do this because they think that it is a game.
Yeah,
like I thought sex was a game or something out of curiosity and everything. So yeah, please help us help young children and help us help ourselves. And again, as I conclude, if you are a pedophile, cut it off or commit suicide. Bye. See you in the next episode.
See you guys.